Groupon or a Living Social, but more
So
geared
did
towards...
you write anything on there today?
No, not today.
Yesterday?
Not yet. I've been working a lot, as Ray knows, because we work together. So, you know, it's been busy. But
what's the last thing you posted?
the last thing we posted was a little bit of a review on Adventure Time, which was this crazy cartoon. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you haven't, you should check it out. It's for kids, but not really.
Like all cartoons.
Yeah. Like I have some friends who won't let their kids watch it because it's too
promiscuous.
A little bit.
Even the Flintstones. If you go back and watch them, it's like as a grown-up, it's so like, oh my god, I didn't even know they said that.
The second one is like Ren and Stimpy, and then originally was Invader Zim, and then of course infamously Animaniacs.
Yeah, I love Animaniacs, by the way.
Yeah.
But just to give you an example on Adventure Time, there was an episode where, okay, it's about a little boy and his magical dog that can change shapes, and they discover a book of poems, and they read about Jack Horner sticking his thumb in things. So they go sticking their thumb in things, wanting to be a good boy. Now, the magical dog has a girlfriend that is half rainbow, half unicorn.
So she's a little gay.
She's called Rainbow. maybe.
Well, or
but she only speaks in Japanese. But the dog goes up and they're sticking their thumbs in everything, and the dog goes up and sticks his thumb in Lady Rainicorn, his girlfriend.
What's her name? Rainicorn?
Lady Rainicorn.
Rainicorn.
So
I like her.
Yeah.
Is she really cute?
Yes, she is.
Oh, good for her.
And, but then she turns around and gives him a little kiss on the head, and which is that tiny little, like that's just not for kids, you know, it's that tiny little smile and kiss is like, oh, there's something going on there. For sure.
Oh, but a kid doesn't see it like that. You see, that's the whole, we are percepting, like, doing that.
So we're projecting our own.
Yeah.
That could be.
Yeah, that's what we do because we've lost that spark of a kid, of that innocent kiss. Like, it could be innocent. We always think, ha, 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 you know?
Yeah, maybe.
It's when you see, there's two totally different levels of perception when a kid is doing something.
Maybe I'm just too old and too jaded.
Go watch the Flintstones. You'll see.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that show freaked me out when I watched it recently.
You know, I always thought of the Flintstones.
I loved them when I was a kid.
As like the honeymooners.
Yeah.
You know, it was basically
Stone Age honeymooners.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But there's so many undertones in it, and it's just freaky. All right, I want to go see that cartoon now because I want to see. I want to see Rainy.
Lady Rainicorn.
Oh, I love her already. She sounds just spectacular. So, how do people go on the website?
It's Deal Static.
Now, how did you come up with Deal Static?
Well, because I'm sorry I got off topic, but as we want to turn it into like a Groupon or a living social site, but for things like bookstores, concerts, concert venues, even bars, tattoo parlors, bookstores, kind of, yeah. So we're going to have people give daily deals for their bookstores or whatever and sell it through the site, and we'll have reviews of different things, different books and different
So how long do you think this will happen? Like it's so much work to even do like one thing, I know.
Oh man, I would like
What's your goal?
I would like to see it done by next spring.
Good for you.
You know,
now would people have to upload their little picture and make their little thing like that kind of thing?
They can. We're looking about doing a check-in thing eventually to, you know, like a Foursquare, Facebook kind of thing. So that's all in the possibilities. And we try to start a podcast too here at the end of the year, early January. So.
And what would you be talking about?
It kind of depends on the guest. You know.
Oh, I see.
It wouldn't just be me. It would be, you know, having somebody on, just kind of not having any structure necessarily, but just having what comes up in conversation.
Right.
Kind of like what we're doing right now.
Thanks. So you see how unstructured we are. Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah, I kind of roll with the flow, you know. But I have some notes on you. Let's see. What's the question of the day that you do?
That's something on my website on my Facebook page.
Okay.
Where I just ask my friends a certain question.
Did you ask one today?
I did not, because I usually do it when I come home from work. So
did you do it yesterday?
No, yesterday.
You are such a...
It's not every day. It's not every day.
All right, so the question of once in a while.
Yes. But the concept...
Kidding.
I know.
sorry.
The concept is kind of, I hear a lot of complaints about Facebook that it's so me,
The best and the worst,
Yeah,
exactly.
like it's just all about me. And nobody wants to go and read about what you're doing. So I thought,
Right.
why not make my Facebook page something where people can participate
Good
in
for
it,
you.
supply their own opinions, and make it fun for other people.
Okay, so what was your question last time you posted it?
The last time I posted,
Do you remember what day it was?
It was probably over the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't that long ago.
All right. Was it that rainy day? Did you even have rain? I was in the frickin' Hamptons, and it was like
No.
rain, and everyone in the city was like, "Oh, it's such a nice beach day." I'm like, "Fuck you!" I know.
I mean, it rained for maybe.
It rained for like
yeah,
30 hours out there. But anyway, what was your question?
My question.
You don't remember.
I can.
We'll have to
remember
go
a
look at
few.
you. What's your question?
Okay,
What's your next question?
I can tell you a question that I did that I think, and this is something that one of my favorite
All right, got a lot of fun.
directors has come up with. Was Quentin Tarantino always has this theory: you are either an Elvis guy or you're a Beatles guy. So that was one of my questions: Elvis or the Beatles?
So what are you?
Beatles.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
You're Beatles?
Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elvis died on my mother's birthday, but I kind of like the Beatles and Elvis. That's a tough one because none of them are. I mean, they're both like the same. They're the king and the kings.
Yeah. In high school, I never liked Elvis. It took me till college.
Yeah, you gotta
to
appreciate him.
Elvis.
Yeah,
Now I like
and I
Elvis
love
more than
Lisa
I
Marie
did.
Presley more than anything. But today is National Jumping for Jelly Bean Day, and we need to get a skeleton from your closet, and you can pick whatever color jelly bean you would like.
Okay.
You don't have to
Or
jump.
more than one.
Okay. So should I pick the jelly bean or?
Whatever, I trust you. You'll tell the skeleton.
All right. I'm gonna take a red jelly bean.
Okay, red is good.
Okay. I'll leave it after I tell this one.
Okay.
You're not allowed to.
And I've actually talked to Ray about this.
Oh, nice.
He said it wasn't a good skeleton, but it's one that I enjoy anyway.
Good for you.
It's the time I messed with Joe Perry, the guitar player of
Aerosmith?
a little bit. He's I've done a lot of interviews with bands over the years, but he's been the biggest one I've ever
Good
done.
for you. So what happened?
He had to call me at my job where I was working, so I knew that his call was going to be coming in. So, and I knew what time, so the phone rang. You just mess with him a little bit, and it's silly. But he called up and
How
I said, hello.
responsible of him.
Yeah. I said, hello, who's it? And I knew it was him. But I said, oh, Joe Perry. I said, hello, who is this? He said, this is Joe Perry. I said, okay, may I ask who you're calling for? But it was still me. So I acted like he transferred to me, so I was kind of just like, okay, hold on just 1 second. Then I came on with my original regular voice and did the interview. And I was doing some research on him, and I went to his own website, and on it mentioned that he was into Wicca and more like that kind of a spirituality thing.
Cool.
And every person I've interviewed has always been very gracious and very friendly, but I wanted to ask him about that, and I did, and he got really defensive. He said, "Look, where did you read that?" But I didn't have, at the time, I just didn't have it in me to tell him, well, I read it on your own website.
Oh, that's funny.
But the interview went well. He was,
he's really
good.
quiet.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he gave good answers,
Right.
but he
Simple,
was,
right?
Yeah,
That's
and
what I
he was
heard.
reserved, didn't talk loud, wasn't boisterous.
Yeah.
He was.
I heard like one story about him where like they came to, I don't know, but like Steven Tyler was just going off and off and off, and he just comes and like does his thing and leaves. Like like he's just.
Yeah. It's always the guitar players. They're always silent guys in the background
Not
doing all the
always.
work. Yeah.
But frequently, possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Beatles or
Right.
Elvis? I don't know, right? So, eat your jelly bean. That's kind of cool, though, about Joe Perry.
Yeah.
How'd you get him?
It was for another website that I was writing for. It was called Crusher. I don't think it's around anymore. I haven't written for them in a while.
What's your favorite Aerosmith song?
Oh God, how cliche can I be?
I like Sick as a Dog. That's a good one.
I would either say Back in the Saddle or Dream On.
Something
Okay.
rocks.
I probably like Love in an Elevator just because I like the idea. I know, it's the best theme.
I think
And
Trump
Janie's
is a
got a gun
very-
I like because
That's a good
Leslie Ann Warren is in the video and I love her. So.
And Young Lost from Punk is
She's
another
in the
underrated.
room.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. The first time I ever saw David Bowie, my dad went to the Garden to buy me the tickets, and he got me the last row. And when he came home, he said, everyone was buying either for David Bowie or that other band, A.E. Rosemith. Who are they? And I always just think of that. They're A.E. Rosemith to me.
Yeah.
I
That's
know.
funny.
Exactly. It was so funny. I'm like, oh my God, it's Aerosmith. I know. Have you ever seen them live?
Aerosmith is one of the bigger bands that I have not seen. Aerosmith and U2 I have not seen, but other than that, I think I've seen most of the big bands.
Rolling Stones, Beatles.
That was a little bit before my time.
Exactly, I know.
But the ones that I could have seen, let's put it that way. Except for Nirvana, I never did get to see Nirvana, which I'm kind of bummed about because I'm a child of the '90s, so we all love Nirvana. I never got to see them.
Yeah, and Courtney's all over the place, so, I mean,
I actually met her at, my friend is a Buddhist, and and so is Courtney Love.
Yeah, I
so
know.
Courtney Love was giving like this big speech at her Buddhist temple, and she invited a couple of friends, so we went to see her and got to meet her, and that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I know people that chant with her too.
Oh, chant? Actually do the chant? And she chanted with the audience that night.
I know, she's cool.
Yeah.
So any last shout outs for you, Mr. Dealistic.com?
Deal static.
Deal static.
Like my shop.
I know, I have it right here, but I don't read it.
I have
I
a
know.
secret about BRaD.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, can you say it in like 30 seconds?
Yeah, he's got more hats than Melvin.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He did mention he was going to bring a fact. I brought you a gift.
Oh.
I have
He has enough.
probably about 30 fedoras.
Wow.
I brought you one.
Oh my. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Looks great on
That's
you.
cool. Thanks so
Perfect.
much. All right,
Thank
come
you.
back anytime. We love presents. All right. BRaD, FiLicKy.
All right.
Thanks so much. We'll be back. We got more.
When you threw me